today together. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviyankaravavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityoyma Mritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Universal prayers have been completed. Did we chant all the mantras or left anything? Where did we stop? All until Namashri Tirajaya. Okay. In page number 17. Please repeat after me. The very reason of, second paragraph, 17th page. The very reason of nature's existence is for the education of the soul. It has no other meaning. It is there because the soul must have knowledge, and through knowledge free itself. If we remember this always, we shall never be attached to nature. We shall know that nature is a book in which we are to read, and that when we have gained the required knowledge, the book is of no more value to us. So, when will you sell your book of the nature in second-hand shop? అనిపిస్తుందా? Nature is for the development of the soul, isn't it? But not for sense enjoyments. Each and everything that is available in the nature is for our learning, for our development. If you know this, we start gaining control over the external nature and the internal nature. If we are really serious about conquering, this is a disease. This body is a disease. And we are aimed to know the ultimate purpose of the life. Then we will try to conquer the internal nature. Conquering the internal nature by realizing God. That kind of desire will arise. That should happen. In the preface of the basic level reader book, Adhyaksh Maharaj's preface is there, that language learning involves the continuous development in listening, speaking, reading and writing. In Telugu language, it was said that there are 26 arts are there. Ekapatra Abhinayam, Natakam, Padya Rachana, Gadya Rachana, Nritya Rupakamu, Inka, Patalu, Kathanika. Like this, there are 26 language arts are there. And for Telugu and Sanskrit language only, there is a wonderful aspect is there, wonderful art is there, that is avadhanam. We have heard about so many avadhanis are there, even today also. And in recent times also, around 15-20 years ago also, Dvisahasravadhanam also we have seen in the televisions. And in that, the Pritchakas ask the Pandit several questions. In that process, he has to construct poems, songs, according to the given subject and according to the meter. And during that process also, those questioners disturb the avadhani, the Pandit. This letter should not come because it is a very popular word. So he may use that popular word. That's why they enforce some rules. That is called Nishiddhakshari. And during that process, somebody will be ringing the bell once in a while. Sometimes for every 5 minutes once, or for every 7 minutes once, or when he is in deep thinking, at the time they will ring the bell. All this is for the development of the mind only, isn't it? Even in learning a language and making a wonderful experiment, that avadhani goes, these kind of practices. For that, how much he might have practiced at home, how much he would have studied the scriptures and grammar. If we develop liking for our mother tongue, then we can practice all such kinds of things in whatever the language that we learn. And we have to find out the innovative ways, enthusiastic ways. Like a play, it should become a play. As grown-ups, we have to find out, we have to invent the things. Teacher will inspire, but we have to find out some innovative ways for self-motivation. We have to construct some activities. We have to take up some projects, language projects. Here, that story box you might be using. It contains wonderful word search and crosswords. Other things are information and stories. They are available in internet also. See what kind of wonderful mechanism is developed. In the same way, Swami Brahmananda, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna's one of the monastic disciples. After establishing this much, once Swamiji Brahmananda visited Chennai Much. He stayed for some weeks or some months in Chennai Much. At the time, he wanted to encourage young brahmacharis to learn English language. For that, he also started a language game. In that square, in that crossword, each one has to fill up one letter. 2 groups will be there. Each one has to fill up one letter. The opposite person will write one letter. This side will write another letter addition to that, and so that a meaningful word should be constructed. Both groups were constructing like that. Once one long word has come. After that, they thought there is no other word, there is no other meaningful word is possible to that set of the letters. So both the teams stopped. Then Swami Brahmananda came and he added one more letter and constructed a beautiful word. He had that kind of knowledge, even though he did not give long, lengthy lectures like Swami Vivekananda. And we know how Swami Vivekananda mastered the language and how great was his talks, how great was his writings. But he also wrote poems and songs. The wonderful poem that is a very favorite poem for all the monks and brahmacharis, the Song of Sannyasin, first he wrote in English language only. It starts with, "Wake up the north, the song it had burst." Like that it starts. It contains 13 stanzas. After that only it was translated into Bengali and other Indian languages also. In Telugu also, it was translated around 50, several people translated in the last few decades. Around 10, 15 years also ago also one person translated it. మేలుకొలుపుము ప్రణవనాదము దీని పుట్టుక లోక దూరము దీని నంటదో విషయవాసన దీని తాకదో జగతి గడబిడ. Like that meaning is there. The most important thing I want to tell is, our education should foster a meaningful growth in our lives, whatever it may be. Listening, speaking, reading, writing, in these basic 4 fundamental principles, fundamental skills. For that we have to regularly, we have to listen. Whatever it may be the subject that we want to listen, we can listen. But several people suggest some good lectures by some saint, and several people suggest some All India radio news. Listening, and after 5 or 10 minutes you start writing. You just remember the parts of speech they have used, or the content you may present, or you may write that same thing in your mother tongue. Like this we have to find out the meaningful ways. Then our learning will be joyful. Day by day we have to more strictly, more disciplined manner, we have to prepare those exercises. There is a lot of joy in that. Simply completing a course is not that by after writing exam getting a certificate is not the purpose. It should encourage us for continuous learning. At several places in the life, and at several times in a day, we have to implement whatever the things that we have learned. The creative ways we have to find out while talking to the people in your house, or talking to your friends, or wherever it may be, or in your offices and businesses. But that enthusiasm, that creativity, we have to build day by day. Then only that will be joyful. We will see some, it has some purpose, it has some meaning, it has produced some meaningful thing. Our effort has not wasted. We are progressing. Till we can learn. These kind of positive thoughts will grow up. Okay? Have a wonderful day ahead. Please, Pastor Class.